Deep in the heart of the African savanna, a kingdom of gold and green thrives under the sun. This is the domain of the lion, the undisputed king of beasts. We often see them as symbols of strength, courage, and majesty. But what happens when the king is challenged? What happens when shadows fall upon the pride and the roar of victory is replaced by a desperate cry for survival? Today, we journey into the heart of this struggle to witness the trials that push these magnificent creatures to their absolute limits. The story begins with the Nduna Pride, a formidable family of lions led by a powerful male named Tao. For years, Tao has ruled his territory with an iron paw, protecting his lionesses and their cubs from all threats. His reign has been one of peace and prosperity. The hunts are successful, the cubs are growing strong, and the pride's future seems secure. But the savannah is a place of constant change, and no king can rule forever. The first sign of trouble arrives on the wind. Two nomadic males, younger, stronger, and driven by an insatiable ambition, have entered Tao's territory. They are brothers, a powerful coalition that has traveled hundreds of miles in search of a kingdom to call their own. Their roars echo through the night, a direct challenge to Tao's authority. It's a declaration of war. Tao, now older and bearing the scars of 100 battles, knows he cannot ignore this threat. The very survival of his bloodline is at stake. The confrontation is swift and brutal. Despite his experience and courage, Tao is outnumbered and overpowered. The brothers are relentless, their combined strength too much for the aging king. In a matter of minutes, the reign of Tao is over. Injured and defeated, he is driven from his own home, forced into a life of exile. For a deposed king, the savannah is a lonely and unforgiving place. His roars, once a symbol of power, now sound like a lament carried on the wind. Back in the pride, a new and terrifying chapter begins. The victorious brothers take over, and their first order of business is to secure their own legacy. This means eliminating any trace of the previous ruler. The lionesses, fiercely protective of their young, try to hide the cubs, but the new males are merciless. This is the brutal law of the wild, a cruel but necessary cycle that ensures only the strongest genes are passed on. The air, once filled with the playful yelps of cubs, falls silent. The heart of the pride is broken. The lionesses face a difficult choice. They can resist the new males and risk their own lives, or they can accept the new regime for the sake of the pride's future. It's a somber time. The females mourn their lost cubs, their loyalty to their fallen king, replaced by a grudging acceptance of the new rulers. The social fabric of the Nduna pride has been torn apart, and it must now be rewoven under a new, more aggressive leadership. As the weeks turn into months, the savannah presents another, even greater challenge. The rains have failed. The once lush grasslands turn to dust, and the rivers shrink to mere trickles. A severe drought grips the land, and with it comes a devastating famine. The vast herds of wildebeest and zebra, the lifeblood of the pride, have migrated away in search of greener pastures. The land of plenty has become a barren wasteland. Now, the lion's true test of survival begins. Hunting becomes a desperate high-stakes gamble. Every attempt drains their precious energy. The new males, for all their strength, are inexperienced in leading a pride through such hardship. The lionesses, the true hunters of the pride, must now step up. Led by an older, wise lioness named Zola, they begin to coordinate their efforts with a new level of precision and desperation. We watch as they stalk alone, Old Buffalo, a dangerous and formidable prey. A single kick from this giant could shatter bone. The hunt is a masterclass in teamwork and courage. They move like ghosts through the dry grass, flanking the beast, cutting off its escape routes. The final confrontation is a chaotic whirlwind of dust and fury. The males join in, their brute force finally tipping the scales. They succeed, but the victory is hard-won. One lioness limps away with a deep gash on her flank. This single meal will not last long, and the price of failure is starvation. Meanwhile, what has become of the exiled king? Tao. We find him a shadow of his former self. He is gaunt, his ribs showing through his once magnificent coat. Alone, he struggles to hunt. The prey that a pride can bring down with ease is impossible for a single aging lion to tackle. He is reduced to scavenging, fighting off hyenas and vultures for the scraps left behind by others. It is a humiliating existence for a former king. One evening, we witness a poignant moment. From a distance, Tao hears the roars of his old pride. He can distinguish the calls of the new males, a sound that fills him with a mix of anger and despair. But he can also hear the familiar calls of his lionesses. Does he remember them? Does he long for the family he lost? He is an outcast, a ghost haunting the edges of his own former kingdom. His story is a stark reminder that in the wild, power is fleeting, and even the mightiest can fall. But, with the pride, the drought continues to take its toll. The cubs, born to the new males, are weak, and many do not survive their first few weeks. The circle of life is at its most brutal. The pride is a fragile entity, constantly teetering on the brink of collapse. It is a testament to the lioness's resilience that they endure. Zola, the lead huntress, never gives up. She leads the hunting parties on longer and longer excursions, pushing the boundaries of their territory in a desperate search for food. Then, one day, a scent of hope returns to the air. Distant thunder rumbles, and the sky darkens. The first drops of rain begin to fall, slowly at first, and then in a life-giving torrent. The drought is breaking. The parched earth drinks deeply, and within weeks, a faint tinge of green returns to the landscape. The game will slowly return, and the cycle of life will begin anew. For the Nduna Pride, the end of the drought marks the end of their darkest trial. They have survived famine and conquest. The new males have been tested and have, through the efforts of the lionesses, managed to hold the pride together. New cubs will be born, and this time, they will have a better chance of survival. The pride, though scarred, has endured. And what of Tao? The returning herds also mean more opportunities for a lone hunter. We see him, a little stronger now, successfully taking down a young warthog. It's not a grand feast, but it's enough. He will live to see another day. He will never reclaim his throne. His time as a king is over. But he is a survivor. His spirit, though battered, is not broken. He will roam the savannah as a nomad, a solitary figure carrying the memories of a kingdom he once ruled. The story of the Nduna Pride is a powerful saga of loss, resilience, and rebirth. It shows us that lions are not just symbols of power, but complex social animals that face incredible hardship. They battle rivals, they endure famine, and they suffer loss. Just like any family, their kingdom is not a fairy tale. It's a real and often brutal world where survival is a daily struggle. But through it all, the spirit of the lion endures. The roar may change, the king may fall, but the pride lives on, a testament to the unyielding power of life in the African savannah. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the shadows of the jungle. If you were moved by the story of these magnificent animals, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of wildlife. Let us know in the comments what you found most compelling about the Nduna Pride's trial. Until next time, stay wild.